Students, today we'll know about the structure of ciliary body. Okay, ciliary body is triangular in shape and it is the forward continuation of the choroid at ora serrata. Okay, so basically there are two parts. One is called the pars plicata, another is called the pars plana. So which one is the pars plicata, which is showing those finger like projections? That part is the pars plicata and rest part is the pars plana. So coming to the microscopic structure of ciliary body. So if you see, starting after the sclera there is the supraciliary lamina. Okay, so after the sclera there is a suprachoroidal space and then starts there are 5 parts of ciliary body: supraciliary lamina, stroma of ciliary body, layer of pigment epithelium, layer of non-pigment epithelium and internal limiting membrane. So supraciliary lamina is the starting part. Okay, after the sclera there is suprachoroidal space and then there is that layer is called the supraciliary lamina. Okay, then comes the stroma of ciliary body, which consists of the connective tissue of collagen and fibroblasts. There is ciliary muscles, vascular stroma, nerves and pigment cells and other cells. Okay, so that is the stroma of ciliary body. That is a bulk, main bulk of the ciliary body is its stroma. Okay, then comes the layer of pigmented epithelium. It is the forward continuation of the retinal pigment epithelium. So ciliary body से जो रेटिना का जब कंटिन्यूएशन है ना, तो आरपी लेयर का कंटिन्यूएशन है लेयर ऑफ पिगमेंट एपिथेलियम. Then the layer of non-pigment epithelium, that is the rest of the retina, that is your sensory retina, neurosensory retina. आरपी छोड़ के जो पार्ट है ना, जो न्यूरोसेंसरी रेटिना है, actually layer of non-pigmented epithelium of ciliary body is a continuation of that layer. Then comes the internal limiting membrane, that is also it is continuous with the retinal internal limiting membrane. Okay, now let's talk about the stroma of ciliary body. So it consists of the ciliary muscle. The ciliary muscle is actually responsible for our phenomenon of accommodation. Why? Because it is having the it can slacken the suspensory ligaments of the lens and thus help in accommodation. Okay, it has circular fibers, radial fibers and longitudinal fibers. The circular fibers of the ciliary muscle acts as sphincter muscle. Okay, that's how it can control the phenomena of accommodation. Means it's slacken the suspensory ligaments, means it's loosen the suspensory ligaments and then the lens, crystalline lens bulges out and then accommodation occurs. So this is about the ciliary body structure. Coming to ciliary processes. Ciliary processes are whitish finger-like projections from the pars plicata of the ciliary body. They are about 70 to 80 in number and form the site of aqueous production. Each process is about 2 mm long and 0.5 mm in diameter. Okay. Now coming to ultrastructure of the ciliary process. It is composed of 3 basic components: the network of capillaries, stroma and 2 layers of epithelium. The network of capillaries occupies the center of each process. Each capillary consists of very thin endothelium with fenestrated or false pores, which is lined by a basement membrane. Okay, mural cells or pericytes are present within the basement membrane. Now the stroma of ciliary process is very thin and separates the capillary network from the epithelial layers and consists of a ground substance, a few collagen connective tissue fibers and wandering cells. And then the 2 layers of epithelium. The 2 layers of epithelium are arranged with their apical surfaces in opposition to one another. If you see the diagram figure 3.4, you can find out what it is talking about. The outer pigmented epithelium contains numerous melanin granules. The inner non-pigmented epithelium is characterized by mitochondria, zonula occludentis, lateral and surface interdigitations. Okay, the same thing here, the non-pigmented epithelium and the pigmented epithelium, that is also the continuation of the retinal RP layer and the retinal non-pigmented layer. Okay.